What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. You're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thank you for joining me today for another What Sold Fast Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari video for May 25th through June 1st. Got some really great stuff to show you today. I'm going to jump right into it and go super fast. But if you're looking for reseller mom content to get more done, make more money, and stay sane while raising kids and reselling online, like and subscribe to this video and this channel, and I will give you more 3 times a week. So we have some great headlines this week. We have 16 items that sold in less than 2 weeks. Very exciting news. Lots of things selling lightning fast this week, as well as 6 items that sold over $30. I will share those with you at the end. So let's jump into it. So I had this, it might take a second. Sorry, I had it just kind of sitting. So first up is a pair of acid wash high waist jean shorts. It had an elastic waist. It was from Lolo Jeans, and this sold on Poshmark. It was part of a 4-item bundle, and I forgot to pull up the whole bundle. So it did not actually sell for $19. It sold for, I think it was $8 or $10, honestly, per item. But because it was a 4-item bundle, these were a fast seller. And I'll, show that in a second. But as far as the other items, they had been sitting. So when someone bundles newer items with older items, I'm always a little bit more lenient because I just want to get that big chunk of sales, get that bundle, and get rid of a few items at a time. So in this particular one, it took 14 days to sell, but it was coupled with a lot of older items. And so I was able to let them go a little bit cheaper. So that was that sale. That's first. Up next, I hope these load more quickly, was a sale on Mercari, and I'll let the picture load in a second, but it took 14 days to sell also, and it is a Victoria's Secret lined demi bra. Here we go. Here's the picture. It was up for $24, and I took an offer of $18. On Mercari, I do free shipping. So that was that sale. The next up is a sale on eBay. It took 12 days to sell, and this was great. So what I have really started to do now is figure out ways to make a more compelling listing. So these bras I found in the same bin at the bins at the Goodwill outlet. And there were 2 beige and 1 black of the same brand and size, so one can assume it's the same person that donated everything. They were all in excellent condition. I decided instead of putting them up separately to put them up together. They were very light, and they still shipped as first class, and I have free shipping on eBay for first class. And so it was 3 Wacol, I don't know, beige and black combo, so there was a total of 3 bras, size 40D, and it sold for $32. I think I had it up for $39, and they sent me an offer of $32, again with free shipping. Fine with that all day long. So, and those sold in 12 days, I'm sorry. Next up is a sale on Poshmark. This is a Columbia Polar Fleece, brown, and it sold in 10 days, and I just think it's so funny because this, I think, sold over what day did this sell? June 1st. So 2 days ago. Today's Monday, June 3rd, and it's just like we just had Memorial Day weekend. It's June, and they're buying polar fleeces. So you just never know, and that's why I list everything all the time, because you just don't know. So it sold for full price, $29. It wasn't an offer or anything, and it was a size small even, and it took 10 days to sell on Poshmark. So that was awesome. I love that kind of sale. Next up is a new with tags Nike women's track pants. These sold for a best offer of $28. I'm pretty sure I did go back and forth with this person, and I did, I think, have them listed for $39. I'm so sorry. It's just, there's so many items, and there's so many offers, and there's so many platforms that I cannot keep it all straight. But they did sell for $28 on eBay, and I'm pretty sure that this did not have free shipping. Don't know if it says it. Oh yeah, so it's flat. Oh, I can scroll down and see. Perfect. I never knew I could do that. So they were flat shipping, so they paid the shipping on this. So it was $28 plus $7.50 shipping for these new with tags Nike pants, and those sold in 10 days on eBay. Next up is a Lucky Lotus hoodie sweatshirt and size extra large. It sold in 8 days. This was also part of a bundle, a different bundle, and so again, I just didn't pull up the bundle pages. So it did not sell for $24. I want to say that with the bundle, it may have been more like a $10 or $12 per item after fees. So I always kind of look at bundles with how much am I making per item after fees. And with this one, like I say, I think it was about $10 or $12, and I think it was a 3 or 4 item bundle. And that took, what did I say, 8 days to sell on Poshmark. Next up is an eBay sale. This person I did go back and forth with as well. This is a brand new with tags Banana Republic floral dress, size small, and I think I had it up for $29 or $39, and we ended up at $20 after going back and forth a couple of times. And as I've said before, if someone, because so many people when I counter don't come back, that when they come back again, I feel like I may be more lenient in taking that offer, and that they, especially on eBay, that they're actually going to pay, because if they take the time to come back at you, they kind of probably want that item and are a more qualified buyer. So whether it's Poshmark or eBay, if they come back to me again, I usually kind of go with that, because I feel like I want to give them a good deal and I want a more secure and safe sale. So I don't know if that's logical thinking for everyone, but that's my thinking. And that took 7 days to sell. So 1 week, and that was also a first class, so free shipping. Next up is a Michael Kors skater skirt, navy blue, size 14. This, I think I had it for $29 and the offer was $26. This was not a bundle. It sold on its own, and it sold for $26, and I was like, yes, please. So I thought for a Michael Kors, which, you know, some people don't even pick up anymore. I still do, depending on what it is. In the larger sizes, I will pick it up. And so for this, because I did get it at a decent price, and I want to say it was either a Style Encore clearance sale or the bins. So I don't know for sure. But either way, $26 is fine by me, and it sold in 6 days on Poshmark. Next up is a Torrid floral skull dress. Love Torrid, love that, you know, it sells great. There are a few things that still sit, but I love that, you know, I can find stock photos of it. So on Poshmark, I had the stock photo of this. I didn't have it on eBay. But this sold in 6 days for a best offer of $17.50. And now that I know this new trick, yep, it did include, it was plus shipping. So it's $17.50 plus $7.50 for padded flat rate. When I do things that are flat shipping, I pretty much only do the padded flat rate. I used to do the regular flat rate, and it's so infuriating to pack up that I said, I don't care if it's 20 cents cheaper. I don't care how many items I sell. It is not worth the pain in the neck dealing with this cardboardy thing. Like, no. So I'm padded flat rate all the way. So, on a side note. LuLaRoe Sarah Duster sold on Mercari it was listed for $24. I sold it for $21 on an offer, and that sold in 5 days. Yes, please. Thank you so much. And it's free shipping. Here we go. Another Torrid item that sold quickly. This is on eBay, and it's a Torrid. This was a size 5 Torrid, so a 5X, you know, lingerie baby doll nighty thing. So I was all about that. I got that at the bins for sure. So it was super lightweight. It sold for $19.20, which was likely full price on a, you know, because I do 20% off sales. So it was probably up for, I don't know, $24 maybe. And then it was on sale for 20% off, $19.20. They bought it outright, and yep, it was first class. I don't know where all these things. And that sold in 4 days on eBay for free shipping. This sold quickly. I wasn't sure. This came in one of the ThredUp boxes. So I think it was the live where I showed all of the things that I kept from all of the ThredUp rescue boxes that I bought. And this was one of the items in there that I decided to keep. I wasn't sure about it. I know Maurice's can do well in certain areas of the country. It's not a brand that I knew of, you know, kind of growing up or anything, and it's not a brand that I really even see very often here in Orlando, but I know that in some areas of the country for people it does well, and it was a size 8-10, and I wasn't quite sure how that would go, but it went, again, it didn't go for much, and that's why I said, you know, I don't know if I sit on this any longer, if I would get more money for it. So I sold it quickly. And so it was an offer of $12. I think I had it up for $18 or $19. And this sold in 3 days. And like, I was fine with it. Nice little easy jean skirt. I took pictures of this one, so I didn't have to pay any photographer fee or anything. Jean skirts are super quick and easy to list. So that was a good quick flip on that. Sorry, long time on that. Lacoste wool blend sweater sold on Poshmark. This was an offer for $25. I'm pretty sure I had it up for $39, and this person offered me $25, and I was just like, ah. And you know what's funny? With this one, they asked me a couple of questions. Oh, here. It wasn't a couple. It was one question. I think they bundled it and then asked another question because I feel like there were two questions. And so I answered it, and I thought, whenever does somebody ask you a question and then actually buy the item and make an offer? Or make an offer and then buy the item. So I said, I'm doing it. It also did not have a size tag. So this was based on measurements, and it's one of those things where I've really been trying not to pick up those items that don't have a size tag, but I felt like a Lacoste wool blend sweater that was in excellent condition is an exception because I knew I could get a decent price for it. If it's just like a basic top that I'm only going to get $15 for, I'm not going to go through the trouble of listing it without a size tag. But for something like this where the measurements are pretty straightforward and I can get a little bit more money for it, I thought it was worth it. And I'm actually happy that it sold on Poshmark as well and not on eBay for a return situation that may arise. So this sold in 3 days. And so for all of those reasons, I was happy to have that sale go through. Next up is a new with tags Tommy Bahama, just kind of a 3/4 sleeve tee. This did sell in a bundle. It was this and one other item. Again, I didn't pull up the bundles. I'm so sorry, but it did not sell for $29. And honestly, I have no idea how much it actually sold for, but it was in a bundle and it was a decent amount. I feel like most of the time, if it's 2 items, I'm really looking for at least $13 or $14 per item, so it's probably something like that. And that sold in 3 days, again, on Poshmark. Then next up is a Nike girls swimsuit, and I've had really good luck with Nike and with Speedo in all sorts of women's and girls swimsuits. So if I ever see them, I do pick it up, especially, I don't know if it's like a swimmer, somebody that swims competitively or something like that, but these more sporty ones that you could tell they're probably needing it for like an actual purpose, like swim lessons or swim competitions or whatever. I feel like those sell the most because they know exactly what works for them, or maybe they have to have a certain kind. I don't know, but those seem to sell well. So I think I had it up for $19. It was on 20% off, and they bought it outright for $15.20 with free shipping, and that's super light, and that sold in 1 day. And the last sale, as far as the quick sales, then I'll get into my numbers, and then I'll show you the things that sold for over $30. We have Massimo, of all things, halter bikini swimsuit, size large. This sold on Mercari. I had it up for $19. They made me an offer of $15 with free shipping, and I took it because it came in the ThredUp box. And Massimo is not something that I would normally pick up. And so, what is that? Okay. Massimo is not something that I would normally pick up, but I listed it quickly. And because obviously it's bathing suit season, and I thought, well, let's just see what happens. I put it up for $19, and was going to hope for the best on it. And lo and behold, literally the same day, within hours, somebody made me the offer, and I said yes, because again, I don't normally keep Massimo anymore. I didn't know what was going to happen for it, and it was just one of those items where it's like, it's worth selling because it's bathing suit season, but I wouldn't have normally picked it up in any way, shape, or form unless it came in the ThredUp box. So, for you, maybe you sell Massimo all the time, and that's fine. Just for in the stage that I'm at right now, I'm not trying to pick up that brand, but because it was already in my hands and paid for and sourced through a box that came to my house, it was definitely one of those things that is worth listing, and this just proves it. The fastest selling thing of the week. So very exciting there. Thank you, Massimo. So let's go through the numbers real quick, and then I will show you the 6 sales that sold for over $30 this week. Come on, spreadsheet. Okay, so on Poshmark, I sold around 50 items, like a round number, 50 items for $881 in sales. On eBay, 26 items for $473 in sales. It was actually with change, and I said, you know what, life is short. I'm not going to write the cents. Mercari, we had 6 items sold, $118. And I just, on a silly note, I feel like most weeks I sell 6 items on Mercari, and for about $120, $110 in sales. So that's fine with me. I'm happy to have that extra money. I wish it would grow, but for the time being, it's cool. Total of 82 items sold this week, and $1,472 in sales, with a gross ASP of $1,795, which is perfectly fine with me. So I thought this was a great, normal, run-of-the-mill week. Nothing too crazy, nothing too, not great. It was perfect. In terms of our sell-through timeline, which I put as one of my notes because I'm really happy with tracking this, and I'm really getting into doing my revisions more, and I'm going to do a video on it. I really backed up on videos. I need to do the clearance video, and I have so many thoughts, and I don't have time to put my thoughts down to make a coherent video that will be helpful to you, but I feel like I have a lot of good information to share. And then the next one after that is going to be how I'm now changing as a result of doing this clearance to revising things more and better and quickly in what I'm tracking. Anyway, teaser on that. So we have 16 items that sold in less than 2 weeks. We have 7 items that sold in less than a month. In addition, we have 13 items that sold in less than 2 months. And really, anything that sells in less than 2 months, I think is pretty great. And then my next category of where I'm really looking at is 2 to 6 months, because I feel like that's a good kind of secondary level to where if you're selling and turning things over in 6 months, that's really great too. And we had 26 items that sold from a 2 to 6 month window, and I think that's also good. And only 10 items that sold that were listed for 6 months or more. And that's where I really felt good about it, because not only am I getting rid of the older stuff as a result of the clearance, and so I just don't have those items anymore to sell, but items are selling more quickly, so less items are lasting 6 months or longer. And so that's what it's all about, is turning your money over more quickly and making quicker decisions and improving your sell-through rate and timeline. So, people get really talking about, their sell-through rate. And right now I'm all about the sell-through timeline. I don't know if it's called anything else. That's what I'm calling it. I want to see all of my numbers up in this top range and less numbers down here. And I feel really solid about this, and I'm really happy with it. So toot toot on my horn. Boutique items that sold, only 10 this week, which I was kind of disappointed about. So, it's more than 1 a day, less than 2 a day. I wish it was like 2 to 3 a day, so I can really make a dent in what I have, because I really would like to get mostly sold through, since it is mostly summer things, this summer. So I'm not then sitting on it for a whole other year. Macy's took kind of a back seat this week. I think that soon these will need to maybe be relisted just to kind of keep them fresh, because it is something that probably is a common item. And so I had 7 of the Macy's liquidation sales, and that's 1 a day, which is still fine. But I had better sales previously. And that leads us to the fact that we have 6 items that sold over $30 this week. And I think it's also very interesting that this week I had a really good mix of the platforms as far as what sold. Lately, it's really been trending that things are selling faster on eBay. But again, as a lot of people suspect, things that are over $30 are selling better on Poshmark. And this week is no different. We have 5 of the 6 items sold for over $30 on Poshmark and only 1 on eBay. So, and none on Mercari. And I don't think I've ever had a sale over $30 on Mercari. So the first one is an Oakley NASCAR windbreaker. And I just really had a good feeling about this. I found it at the bins, and I've mentioned before, items that have an inherent value that's going to be higher is really what I'm trying to, I'm not still going to buy other things, but I'm trying to pick up more of things that have just an inherent value, like outerwear, and like outerwear that has a particular brand attached to it. So it's not just that it's an Oakley jacket, but it's an Oakley NASCAR jacket. And people that are into NASCAR are going to want a NASCAR jacket. And because it's something that they like and it's a jacket, it already has value. So on top of it, it was from the bins, and so it only cost me a few dollars. It's flat shipping. It was probably 2 pounds or less, and so it probably cost me a max of $3 or so. And I sold it for $30. I did have it up, I think, for $39 or $49, but $30 is fine with me, because again, you're looking for a very specific buyer here. So when that buyer makes an offer, you better say, that's my buyer, accept the offer, and move on and be grateful for the sale. So I posted about that on Instagram a while back. Next up is and I didn't then track how long these took to sell, but most of them are pretty recent. New with tags, J. Crew sheath dress, 12T. So I'm assuming 12 tall, and you know, it's one of those things where I got it because it was new with tags. 99% sure it came from a Style Encore clearance sale. That's usually where I find a lot of my new with tags and J. Crew items. And I had it up for, I think, maybe 69, and they offered me 43, which is a very good yet random price. And I said, you know what? That's my buyer. Accept the offer. Be grateful for the sale. I was not going to go back and forth on it. Maybe I could have gotten more. And when did I list this? April. So it wasn't listed for too long. But, you know, it's one of those things where $43 is fine for me. You know, again, when your average cost is at $2, and yes, if an item should command more, some people should wait out for it. I agree with that. And sometimes I do. But right now, I'm in such a transition of moving out the old and keeping the new. I'm doing inventory systems. I'm doing revisions. I'm just really fine-tuning a lot of things that I just want to keep the sales going. I don't want to be picky right now. I do think there's a time to be picky, but for me, now is not it. So, you know, I think $43 for this is great. It was a retail of $99, so I feel like it's around 50%, and that's fine. Next, sorry, that's my thought on that. Next up is a Lily Pulitzer Leighton shift dress. So cute, so beautiful. I would totally wear that, even though I'm not usually a Lily person, but it's stripy. It's not those crazy kooky prints that she does. That is not my style. This is more my style. And it was like, there's just some things that I like seeing listed in my closet. So it's like, I want to sell it, but at the same time, I just like seeing the picture of this. It's a nice picture. It looks good. It makes me feel like my closet looks nice and presentable when I have it in my closet, which is silly. But anywho, so this was listed since February, so it did take a little while to sell. I did have it up for higher. I think I had it up for 89, and then I had it up for 69. I don't remember where it was at now when she made me the offer of 34, but she made me an offer of 34. I do feel like it's a little low for Lily for me, but I took it, and that's what I did. Next up is a Rag & Bone jeans. These were from a consignment clearance sale, but it wasn't Style Encore. It was another one that I had never been to before. I did a whole video about it, and everything was $1. And you know, I actually did either these were on a go back where I was kind of like stalking the go back girl, or they were on the floor. I can't remember, but I know that I did both of those things. So they're a very specific kind of print and a specific kind of color, and I thought, you know what, $30 is fine with me. I look back, I've only sold a couple of Rag & Bone items, but they all kind of sold within this range. I'd love to get more for it. Maybe some people do get more for it, but for me, I felt like $30 was good. So that was a $30 sale on Poshmark. Second to last $30 sale or more is this Bloomingdale's cashmere handkerchief sweater. And again, this just sold this past week. So hello, we're in Memorial Day weekend, first week of June. Somebody's bidding on a cashmere sweater. Like, this isn't a summer item. Whatever, I'm going to take it because otherwise I'm going to sit on it for another 6 months. So I was fine with $30. I did have it up for more. I think I had it up for 49, you know, because it is cashmere and it is Bloomingdale's, but let's go with it, $30. And the last one was from eBay. And this was something that I've had for a long time. And I'm like, oh my God, what the heck is the deal? Because I thought Kurt Elliott was a good deal. And I don't know, maybe just because these are very specific, you know, I would not wear something like this. They just have a very interesting look to them. And so they're size 27, but I had them up for, I guess it was 39, and they were on sale 20% off, and they bought them out right at 31. And these were plus shipping. So for me, I thought that was fine. I have had these for a long time. When is this from? Oh, it's not in here because it's eBay. Okay, so I don't know. But It was a long time. And since then, I have picked up other current Elliott items. And so I am encouraged that these sold, but I'm not encouraged that I have more in my closet that are now going to be destined to a life of staying here for a while. But it is what it is. So that's all the sales that I have. It was a great week. I felt really solid about it. Lots of things selling quickly, a good amount of items selling for a good price. And that's all I can ask for. So thanks so much. I appreciate you watching. See you next time. Bye.